Alright.
Rocket, get the thug!
Rocket!
The rest of you out by the front door is in here.
Okay, I guess I'm attacking.
Thanatos, that's the
Yes.
signal. Break down the door.
Yay! So do I just kick it down, or do I have to do a roll?
Let's wait until Rocket does her thing. Let's do inside people
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Alright, go for it, Rocket.
I'm typing in the dark. I'm typing in the dark. Because I
Thanks on him.
light on 'cause I didn't.
Boing.
You're going after Vaughn or the thugs?
Well, if you could knock him out, that'd be helpful.
I say if we knock out, if we do as
Boing.
much to the big guy
Okay.
this round, we can whittle down the thugs pretty fast.
Okay, yep, that 14 hits. Roll damage.
And here we have the chocobo in her natural habitat.
I wonder what hurts more, an arrow to the hip or giant chocobo kick to the back.
Also, as Rocket is sort of
Yeah.
running
Yes.
by to get there, I'll let her get visual on that last little gap there.
Mhm.
Well, at least we don't know there's only 3.
Hunting her prey.
Lumina's typing in the dark.
Hunting her prey. The black chocobo
I
with
am
cybernetic and
hunting
harmless
the
grossly
dog.
goes in to crush.
To crush
To
some
crush his
testes.
nuts.
Heard her whispers
Such a-
in the dark, but
such a
typing in
great
the dark.
glorious-
That's new.
28.
Oh,
28.
Okay.
28.
All right, so as the pneumo is staggering back, Rocket, you coming from behind, doo, 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 doo. The pneumo turns around, the thugs turn around, you quickly lift up your organic leg and plow it into his chest, and he skids back several feet. Ugh! All right, now we come
Now-
over to everyone else.
So do I have to roll, or can I just kick the
Make
door?
a force check to kick in the door.
Okay. Need to check my force.
Who blows it down like the Kool-Aid man?
Oh yeah!
Nice.
All right. Well, that door. What did that door ever do to you, man? All right.
I wanted to kick it down in the first place.
So
I'm gonna have
Thanatos.
It got between him and his vengeance.
All right, so you hear a collection of raised voices from inside, and you take that as your cue. You quickly pull out the vermilion edge, lift up a foot, drive it into the door, and it just goes flying off its hinges to crash into the opposite wall, leaving a cloud of dust and splinters in its wake. And you see a largely barren room on the other side. There's a door off to the left on the back wall, and again, in the right-hand far corner, you see a bonga just jumping over like, Jesus! Or whatever his equivalent would be, reaching for a weapon.
Oh yeah!
So great.
This
So
is
we've
what
got
it was.
2 more doors to kick down before we can even get in there. Great.
One does not simply walk into more doors.
I love you. I love you more than I
Okay,
should for that.
All right. So we
I
still get a
applaud him for
preemptive
that.
deal, right?
Well, hang on. You've just used your action for this round. You get 2 rounds back to back, but we go through them in order, so we're still doing the first one. So you've used your action for this round. You can still move, though.
We could do something.
All right. I am going to move towards this door. Mika, Alistair, get in here and deal with him.
Got it. Right, you go downstairs. We deal with this guy.
Downstairs? There isn't a downstairs.
There isn't a downstairs.
Well,
Just
well,
ignore
they'll
what
be
he
there.
said. You two will take care of that thug. I will head inside. When I get another turn.
Yep, okay, so let's hear. So, thanks to Rocket, everyone knows the elemental things in relation to thugs
The
because
bongo.
Rocket scanned them before.
Indeed. So,
Mika is going.
I'm pretty sure they had like an ice weakness or something.
Their elemental weaknesses are they take 50% extra damage from shadow and water, and they take half damage from fire and wind. Nothing about ice.
Well, ice will be neutral, so that
So
That'd be better.
So Mika, just for the sake of brevity, is going to expunge a crap ton of MP, 20 of them,
for
Oh,
Blizzara.
for a single target Blizzara. Yes, which means higher damage than what she
Ooh.
normally uses it to target a group. Let's see here. So that
Yay.
is power times 5 plus 2d6.
it's Bizarre time.
So that would be 64
Ouch.
damage.
Don't we also know how much health these guys have?
Yeah, you should be able to see it.
We do not.
Nope. I'm just gonna
now do you
do-
see it?
I see their MP.
We have minimum range movement, so I could just run.
And
in.
only for that one thug. We don't see
Right.
we don't see any other guys in here
Right.
with us.
Right. I haven't adjusted them yet.
So yeah, we see the MP of the thug. We do not see health.
What about the one up in the big room?
Still just MP.
Well,
Yep.
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, now we see it.
Oh, okay.
There we
so
are.
for
At least
some
the one
reason, okay, so for some reason his health bar is categorized as bar 3. Weird. All right.
So they have 250 health. Well, you guys can roll at that, and I can go have fun. Alistair bonk him or something.
Mm-hmm. Also, I want to basically do something for her, but I'll save it for later.
All right,
I think
Alistair,
it'll be
what you
fine.
doing?
Let's see.
Melee
Bonk
attack.
him.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep, and that hits
Yep, I believe that hits. Let me double check his.
because they have
avoidance.
8, don't they?
Yep. Okay. Yep. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damn.
Bam,
Yeah. Bam bam.
Okay, so there was one more thug, and I've got 2 more doors to fucking break down. God damn it.
Hmm. You hit the wrong door.
I say I should have
Oh.
been in the back with them. Fuck.
Oh, we didn't know there was more than one door.
Oh shit, that was meant to be. Actually, hang on. It's double power, ain't it?
It's
What
double-
what tier is your weapon?
Let's see.
It should be tier 2.
Yeah.
It's
And
an arc.
it's
It's an
basic-
right, and it's an arcane weepon, right?
So it should be your mind,
Oh
not your
shit!
power.
26 damage.
so-
Plus. That's gonna be 26. I was fuck.
All right.
Sorry.
Re-roll that then.
Or do we
Damn
just
it.
add the 14 to it? Would that work?
I guess.
I guess so. Yeah, plus 14. That's going to be 36 damage.
Yeah, 36.
All right. So.
I know exactly what I'm doing next round.
All right, so after kicking in the door like in a game of Munchkin, Thanatos, you go running up to the next one while Mika and Alistair spill in after you. Alistair immediately goes up, and Mika, being the badass she is, draws out her book sword, and it's just in book form for the moment. She puts her hand on it, lifts it up, and pulls just this gigantic icicle out of it, like a fucking lance. Rears back and hucks it. It hits the thug and explodes out in this big old spiderweb pattern of growing sheets of ice that sort of knock him against the wall. And just as he pulls himself away with this, Alistair, you come in and boom, crack him across the jaw, and he kind of staggers off to one side, very unhappy. And with that, the preemptive round has ended. First normal round of combat, everyone.
So, I have 15 destiny to spare.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
since our friends, they won't be able to get to us this round because there's 2 more doors to break through.
Don't.
Me and Rocket are alone in this room against 3 of them, including the notorious mini boss there. So,
Make sure not to aim for SARS.
yeah, I'm going to be very specific. Nee is going to kind of just step out into the middle, kind of crack her neck, square her shoulders a bit, and she's going to activate her limit break.
Okay.
Which, I haven't tried it since I leveled up a couple times, because it's dex times double my level plus 2d6. So it's my dex times 10. My dex is currently, with Boltstorm, 14, so it's 140 plus 2d6.
Ouch!
Give me just
Ooh.
a second to double check that.
I know one thing. Thanatos has become the juggernaut of
It's
doors.
dex times double level plus 2d6. Can't miss or can't be stopped.
The way I have it written here for the Bolt Storm limit break, Neothil moves in medium range in any direction she wants, including vertically, allowing her to land on nearby rooftops or elevated terrain. While
Yes.
in the air, she hits all enemies with a non-elemental ranged attack, increasing the damage steps of her currently equipped weapon by 2. For example, a weapon that deals dex times 1 plus 2d6 would deal dex times 3 plus 2d6. Nowhere in there does it say it's double your level.
That's why we're in down here. Well, I'll go with yours because I'm not gonna bloody go through the logistics of one's right. But
Right.
no, it's still it's times Two
So
more
it's
than
plus 2 to your
Plus-
normal.
Plus 2 to your
Damage.
multiplier.
So that should be times 5.
Alright, so it's 14 times 5. So,
70.
yeah, so 70. That's still a lot. Even if
That's
it's
still
half.
pretty decent.
So 70 plus 2d6. So just roll 2d6 plus 70.
Max damage. 80.
80 damage.
And she's going to land on top of this.
All right.
So 80 to this whole little group right there.
Yes.
Yep.
Those three are the ones I'm targeting.
Indeed.
All right, so Neothil, you spring up into the air as they're looking at you, and sort of the thugs are getting their weapons ready and preparing to charge. You jump up, channeling a bit of what you saw with Kyra. You load up a special bolt while you're in the air, kind of grab onto a rafter for a second, point, and the bolt fires down, sparks with light for a second, splits into several, and that whole packet of ground there just gets shredded by a sudden flurry of miniature shrapnel-based crossbow bolts just tearing into your enemies. And all three of them kind of stagger back away from the attack, and Saurus is stepping back in shock, and Rocket, you step back a little bit just to not get caught in it.
Yeah.
But then you kind of, with a quick kick of your legs to give yourself some momentum, you let go of the rafters and land on top of the crates, about 2 medium ranges up from the ground.
Alright. Rocket, your turn.
Yeet.
Yep, what you
Okay, go.
doing? What you doing, Birdie?
Hit the bad man. Knock him out.
You gonna hit the boss or you gonna hit the thug?
You got but the candles, blow 'em out.
Yeah. Of course, if we knock out the candles, we won't be able to see either.
I was referencing a song that I'm pretty sure I've sent you before, but whatever.
Now I take my destiny away, so I'm now on 12.
That definitely hits. Roll damage. I don't think it's possible for you to miss this guy except with a critical fail. Let me see here. Nope. You
What,
just straight up
Warren?
can't. You just can't. You just straight up cannot miss this guy except with a crit fail.
Huh.
Man, Thanatos has been really abusive to this building.
33.
33 damage to the pneumo. Okay.
Oh.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
So as he's kind of trying to recover from that, you this time lift up your mechanical leg to kick him square in the chin, and he like lifts up like 5 feet into the air before landing back here a bit.
So how fucked up is this guy right now?
I will say he's a little under half his HP. So
Wow.
Oh. Oh.
that was an attack.
And that's a
roll.
crit. That's a critical hit for Alice here.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage, and we will double the result for your melee attack on that thug.
Wow.
Good.
Alice,
I
you're,
was making a pun on Numo.
you're on top form today.
I just have my Mountain Dew and I am good.
Now roll damage.
Behold, the pain train is here.
34 times 2, that's 68 damage to that poor bastard.
All right. So, Alistair, as you're as this guy's sort of reeling back from your previous bonk, you kind of give your staff a little twirl. The end it pulses with arcane light, and you slap him across the other side of his head, sending him flying back into the wall over here. Mika
Alright.
is going to take this opportunity to, she's going to try and get him out of the fight without wasting too much MP, so I'm going to have her cast Sleep on him.
Oh.
Okay. Sleepy, sleepy.
So
He don't look too good.
So they need
Maybe
to make...
give him a little sleep.
So let's see. So these will be opposed finesse checks. I'll roll for Mika first.
If an enemy's asleep, can they avoid an attack?
I will have to check the things, but I don't think
Oh,
so.
that
off the top
hits.
of my head.
About those inside 2 doors, are those inside 2 doors actually locked? Because they're inside.
You don't know. All right, now let's
I'll
check.
double check.
Now let's check the bongas. He does not succeed. Okay, so for the next, I'll say 6 rounds. He will be asleep.
And And I just checked the thing. Yes, sleep does mean that he can't avoid the next attack, but it will wake him up if you attack him.
Okay.
So I'd say leave him for now.
standby. I will.
All right. So I'm going to check to see if the door is unlocked.
You grab the handle. It is open. You see,
Yeah, I was gonna say it's inside. Why would it be locked?
and ahead of you, you see just kind of an empty hallway along the left wall. There are some what look like pin boards with some scrolls of parchment and like various things for documentation and notices for the workers there.
Yep.
Does
And-
opening that door count as an action since or is it just a movement? It's open.
It counts as an action, we'll say, yeah.
Okay, so I can move over there, and I can't open this door because curses.
Not yet. Nope. Alistair, do you want to go after them? You have just enough movement to get into the door, into that door from there.
Do it.
Okay, I was gonna just stand by and watch him, but
He's asleep for 6 turns. He'll be
All right,
fine.
so, and with that, it's the enemy's turn.
They
And
finally
now
get to react.
they finally get to react, and I don't think they're going to be very happy.
Let's hear. I'll start with Saris by having her spend her entire turn to just run the fuck over here and hide.
Don't hurt me.
Daggers.
Let's see here. Well, she can't attack you guys. She's useless here.
I know.
So,
But
so,
I can make her
And-
useful.
all right. So,
Oh no.
so these two thugs
No.
here are one of them is going to use feint against Rocket.
Oh God, not this again!
Poor Rocket.
Rocket,
This-
Rocket, I need you to make a finesse check.
Oh
Okay.
God! Please don't let this be a repeat of the game. Oh my God.
You need to beat a
Please.
13.
Please don't get higher. Please don't get
That
higher.
was a high
Please don't
roll.
get higher.
That's the number she
Oh.
has to roll
Oh,
higher than.
Oh fuck!
That's
Please
that,
get higher.
that's
Please
what,
get higher.
please
Please
get
get higher, Rocket, please.
Why do you
Rocket,
think I
please.
said oh no, guys?
Please, Rockets, please.
Don't promote the enemy. Oh
Right.
fuck, it's me.
Okay, so Rocket, you see through the feint this time and are able to sort of as the thug is lifting up to swing at you, you're like, oh wait, shit, I've seen this before, and you quickly pull your head back and turn to the other one just as he comes in with a regular swing. What is your avoidance?
My avoidance is 12.
Well, right. Well,
Bugger.
Oh! Thanks to seeing through the swing, you sort of look back and quickly pull your head back just in time for the club to swoosh down where your head would have been and thunk against the floor. Boom! Ah, shit. Let's see here.
Man.
Whereas the pneumo here is going to turn to glare up at you, Nee. He's going to reach into his back and pull out a gnarled staff,
Uh-oh.
and it's
I
going
feel
to,
a black mage in our presence.
and it's going to start glowing with shadowy energy.
Yep.
Just slow action.
And he is going to cast Thundara on you.
Ooh.
Thunder.
Thundara.
Hey, that's my thing.
Have to hit the thunder.
Power,
stole my
your
thing.
supply-
That's fine.
your
Next
supply.
round, I have a knife that does 200% an extra damage to non-humanoids. So,
Have we ever run into a black mage yet?
Murisan counts as one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't know quite what he is, so
All
no,
right,
I'm not going to
so-
count him.
So the damage on that is, I believe, mind times power times 5 plus 2d6.
Shit. Black magic. Thundara. Is power times 5 plus 2d6, yes.
Minus
44 damage.
minus
44.
Lee's magic armor.
Minus 15.
So that would be 33.
29. It's minus 15.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Right. Nah, that was incorrect.
Oops.
I can do
Although
math.
before the door opening happens,
All right, so he sort of lifts his staff up in the air, it crackles with darkness and electricity, and it hits you in the chest, and you slide back a few inches. It hurts.
That's my thing. So, was that
So
their
my thing.
round?
bastard.
Yep, that was their round.
Alright, so I can reach him, and I have a dagger that's 200% extra damage to non-humanoid, I should say.
Remember, you are currently 2 medium ranges up. So
2 medium ranges up.
Yeah, so to
So
get
you're
down,
on
so
the
to get
crates.
so to get down from there safely to get into medium range, you're gonna have to make an athletics check.
That's good because she's a ranger and athletics is good.
I have +4, so I'll make the athletics check to get down without having to do that.
Question:
Hmm?
Does his thing go down yet?
Is
Like, you know,
The sleepy guy.
yeah, his thing will go down by 1.
12.
That's-
down.
That is exactly what you needed. It's the difficulty target is 6 multiplied by the number of ranges you're falling.
Alright, so. Hi!
So yep, so you
I'm
kind
gonna
of
stab.
so you leap down and land
Hello
in front
there.
of him.
Hello there. So, taking out with the dagger that's 200% extra damage. That's so 2d6, and then so 12 times 3 for my normal.
Well, remember
So
you got to make
24,
that
36.
accuracy check first.
non-lethal.
Okay,
Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta do.
And
do
of course,
attack
it's
roll.
non-lethal.
We know we've already specified.
9.
9.
Yeah,
Ah,
that hits.
that's
Okay,
just about it.
so 2d6 plus.
Your
So
dex times 3.
36. Yes, I know. 36, which would be the normal damage, and that'll be times 3 by break. So 41 times 3.
Times,
Ooh.
times 3.
No, it's times 2. It does twice as much to humanoids.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, the plus 100% would be times 2, because that's double the damage. It's 200% anti. That was the stat you gave us last time for this dagger. Was it last time that we got it? Or time before?
It was in the cave, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't 200%.
Let me double check. Let's see here. It's humanoid killer, right?
Yeah.
Anti-humanoid. Was it?
No, it's humanoid killer.
I thought it was humanoid killer.
Yeah, that's
I thought
what
it-
it would be referred to as. It says 200%. I think what they meant was double, but because I'm generous, we'll go with your stat on this one. So
Okay.
that's 123 damage.
Nice.
Minus any armor that he has, which mages aren't really known for their armor. And that
Right.
probably just took him out of the fight.
No.
Hmm.
He's in the
so-
torch anyway. See?
So neat.
So
You
then the
pull
beam-
out the dagger you took from Saurus, and with a quick sideways slice, you bring it across the Numo's chest. There's a spray of blood all over the floor. He staggers back several paces, a hand flying up to cover his chest.
What are you gonna do, Rocket?
Well, didn't. Oh, actually, no. Rocket hasn't done anything. I forgot.
Nah,
Not yet.
So
it was Need then Rocket.
perhaps Rocket could start on the thugs,
Yeah.
so they don't keep constantly trying to feint her.
Which one are you attacking, north or south?
Yes.
You have to
So
pick one.
basically-
You
They're
have to
basically
pick
the one who that tried to basically screw you over.
which
Yeah.
one. They both tried.
Ah.
Just say the north one.
Okay, the north one.
Yep.
Okay. Roll damage because the 19 definitely fucking hits.
The rocket comes from the north.
You know what would be cool if she had an ability that would just let her like do a spin kick and hit them both.
Well, it's
Oh.
not as much damage as would be ideal, but it still hurts.
Yeah.
All right, so Rocket, after ducking down from the swing from the club of the first one, or the southern one, you quickly leap back towards the one that tried to feint you. You with a quick burst of flame from your rocket boosters, essentially shoulder tackle him, and cause him to sort of stagger back and crash into that crate right there.
Nice.
All right,
Now,
back to everyone else.
All
as
right,
for the
now
door,
to us.
allow me
I say,
open the door. for you.
Alice here, open this. See if this door. Well, first, I'm pretty sure the door is open since it's also inside.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I open the door so
Yep,
you have
yep,
an
yep,
action?
You
Yep,
open the door so I can get in there and do something.
Yep, door's open. Alistair, that is your action spent.
Yep.
Lovely.
Hey.
Now,
Dark Knight and Lady first.
Also, just to put that whole 200% debate, I went back and just watched the episode. It was 200% listed as as
Okay.
you were putting out.
All right.
Cool. All right. So we're
I'm gonna-
inside now, and I have them in my line of sight.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Also see Saurus just kind of hiding there. I just look over and say, "Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back."
She scowls but complies.
All right. And let's see here. I don't quite have line of sight on the thugs. I do on Mr. Numu there. So, let's see. What should I hit him with, guys? Fire, lightning, or rock?
Yes.
Thank you, Rocket.
I'm just seeing a theme here.
You know what? He did. You know what? He did lightning to me, so I'm gonna return the favor. So,
You sure?
Yep.
Wait, lightning to you.
Right.
I mean,
You said
I
to
guess.
me, not me.
oh, not.
Mm.
All right, 35 lightning damage. All right. You kind of
Yep,
yep. You just point the vermilion edge at him. It electricity crackles along its edge before shooting out, kind of like a bullet from a gun blade barrel. Hits the pneumo in the shoulder. He staggers to one side again.
Hiya.
And Mika, let's see here. Does she have line of sight?
Not quite.
She's got good enough
little
line of
bit.
sight.
Yeah, she's got enough.
She's got good enough. Let's
Give him
see.
a little wind slash.
Let's see here. Let me double check the spells she has. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's have her use arrow for this.
I mean, there's no point in wasting a whole shit ton for a Blizzara.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so
And
that's
probably before
minus
I'd-
8 from her MP.
Just to clarify, before it's the end of our turn, I was going to use cover for knee and the other thing. Oh, no, sorry. The cover
Astra.
for Mika and Astra for knee.
Alright, give me a hot
usual
second
shtick.
here. Give me a hot
Yep.
second here so I can illustrate these things.
Didn't he already do his action though?
Those two are instant actions.
Those
You
aren't
just do
action.
them.
Okay, fair
Mhm.
enough.
Alright,
So
so
that's cover.
yeah,
and
so is
Astra.
Astrud, and Mika kind of converts her book into a sword with a shimmer of light and just puts out another pressurized current of air with her slashy thing that she does whenever she casts arrow. And it hits the pneumo, and he like falls to one knee, gasping frantically for breath. He's pretty fucked up.
Yay!
Let's see
Okay.
here. Now it's,
Now
his
it's the enemy's turn.
Yep, let's see here. He
He
let's
is-
see here. I am
what species are the thugs again?
Bonga.
Bonga.
Banga.
Bongo. Out of curiosity, would they count as humanoids? Because I can't quite remember. what
They are
Yes.
humanoids, yes.
Yes.
Anything that stands on
Oh.
2 legs is considered humanoid.
Oh, he's repositioning
Yep,
himself.
mean-
let's see here. He kind of
Wait for that.
staggers that way. He's,
Uh-oh.
and he
Take a
is
spell.
going, and his gaze is going to settle on. Let's see here. He has 4 potential targets. Which one is he gonna pick?
Well, I knew he wasn't
What?
going to try to run because he can't.
Wouldn't be surprised it's me.
He's actually going after knee with this. All right.
Well,
So,
well, you did kind of shoot a whole shit ton of arrows.
so
at him.
as he
I
sort of
brings him and then hits him with an OP knife that the DM gave us last session.
Denied.
right, so he staggers around, and then turns to face you. As you're following him, lifts up his staff again, and it pulses with pitch black energy. I need you to make 2 opposed finesse checks.
This screams like black magic, which I'm weak to. Shit.
Well, you have Astra. It can't hit you anyway.
Yeah, thanks to Astra, you're safe.
It's not.
At least the
It's not.
first one.
It's not technically speaking an attack.
12.
That's
All
12.
right, so first one you succeed.
That's the second one I did not.
You fail the second one. So knee. The pulse of dark energy reaches out of his staff and sort of curls around you. You sort of shuffle off part of it, but then you see two tendrils of it reach up. Your eyes widen and shock, and then they plunge right into your eyes, and you are blinded for 4 rounds.
Ooh. And Mika used her eye drops on me last in the fight with the behemoth, so...
The blindness gives what? How much deficit to aim?
Let's see here. Let me double check the combat.
Actually, we won't have to worry about that because I know what I'm doing next turn.
Hold on.
A certain ability.
Negative status. You can only use 1 die when making attack rolls.
Yeah, that's the main thing. You can only use 1 die when making attack rolls.
Which won't
So
be happening.
2d6 is only 1.
Doesn't...
1d6 was 4. That's...
Yeah, but
So-
technically that won't happen for me because wouldn't this persona
Poisoner is for poison.
Yeah,
That's not
that
poison.
only works for poison.
bugger? Well, and headaches and a few other things.
Right. All right, so... And with that, the thug that Rock just kicked is going to come back and try to engage with her again, while the other one, who kind of watched his buddy get kicked, is going to see Nia getting blinded and is immediately going to go to start thwunking on her.
We haven't even had dinner yet.
What did you
Are
say?
you gonna engage me when we haven't even had dinner yet?
All right, so Thug is swinging at Rocket.
Poor simple-minded fool.
I don't
Ain't
think
gonna be
9
nothing.
hits your ridiculously high avoidance.
Nah, her avoidance is 12.
Out of curiosity, how 0.5 medium range is a short range, isn't it?
The way I generally handle it is, I like to think that, like, since we have it like 3 medium ranges as a long range, 3 short ranges would add up to a medium range, so it'd be 0.3.
I mean, slightly out range. I was hoping because if it was in short range, then the Thug missed, I'd finally be able to use the "if you miss at short range, you hit your buddy" ability I have.
All right, so this guy is going to make a swing at knee.
Which, even if it hits, it's not going to do any
Point.
damage because of Astro.
Yeah,
Yeah, that hits.
yeah. My avoidance is 10, so
All right, so he lifts up the club, brings it down on you, and it bounces harmlessly off of Alistair's golden barrier, which then, flickers and shatters. All right.
Denied.
All right, back to the party.
Alright. So,
I'm gonna let you guys go first because I currently can't see shit.
Mika, could you
enough.
help with that?
let's see here. He's probably on his last leg, so let's see here. How far can I move?
I could always throw a stone at one of them because I can't miss.
I'm going to move right.
What's his
Yes. And I'm not quite in melee range, am I?
Well, you was, but you just went past him.
Let's see.
No, I'm not aiming for him.
You're not
Oh.
in medium. You're not quite close enough to hit the thug. No.
Okay, well, I'll just use a spell then. And activate Dark Side.
Ah, okay.
Sweet.
So
No.
that's 2d6 plus. Actually, no, that's... Dark Side gives me 3 extra steps, right?
I believe so.
Can't
And
believe I
it,
forgot that.
and it eats up 56 hit points.
Indeed. So that's plus 66 and 75. And I believe they take extra shadow damage.
For being humanoids, yes, they take 50% extra damage from shadow.
So yeah, that's gonna be 5 NP from me.
So 75 plus 37,
75 plus 37.
112 damage to the one next to knee.
109.
109.
Wait, no, yeah, it is 112. Sorry, I thought it. Nope, I got it wrong this time. Damn it.
Okay, so Thanatos, seeing Knee like struggling with her eyesight and almost getting clunked over the head, saved only by Alistair's foresight with his Astros ability. You feel like angered and raged at seeing your friends threatened. Darkness builds up inside of you. Your body is enshrouded in it. Your eyes glow like coals. You lift up your hand. A ball of shadow gathers on in between your fingers, and you chuck it. It hits the thug and blasts out, crackling violently. Nee, all you can really hear is, well, through your own pained cries, is you hear distorted shattering glass, a whoosh of air, and then what sounds like a distorted thunderclap and an agonized shriek as and then the thug's voice like flying to land on top of that crate there as he's chucked into the air.
Ooh. And that's wrong. That's not what I wanted. God damn it. That was
what the
meant to
hell
be-
were you trying to do?
Heal. Because
Oh,
yeah, that's not right. Oops. Forgot
heal
to add
me
it
or
in.
me?
I was gonna go for you since you just used the dark side ability.
That would be lovely.
Well, while he's rolling to heal, and he's going to kind of stumble over rocket
That was
ways.
meant to be 26. I forgot to add the 6 digit.
Remind me, throw stone. Isn't that just 1d6? Or is it
Let me double check.
the damage? It's not miss, it's just straight damage.
Is that a range?
Throw stone.
Is that a ranger ability or is that?
Yeah,
It's fundaments.
yeah, it's just a 1d6 damage.
Yeah. Since I do something that I missed, and I had a...
You're getting roboty and cutting in and out, by the way.
Yeah. He's and he's gone, I think.
He resets
We'll
his
see if
internet.
that fixes anything.
All right.
What is that?
Fixed it.
32
Right.
HP back to who?
Thanatos.
Thanatos.
All right.
Exact same number as well. That's handy.
Not the
And I-
exact same number.
Yeah, because the last one was 6.
After kind of stumbling towards Rocket, I'm going to kind of feel across the ground for like a stray like piece of debris from the fire, pick it up, and I'm going to kind of fight through the darkness, lob it in the general direction of the thug on top of the crate that hit me a minute ago.
Let's see here.
2 damage.
Dude, damage.
All right.
I'm sort of going for a battle again because this means that this thug is now going to focus solely on me, and since I've moved within like to a short range of this other thug, I want him to jump down from the crate, try and hit me, miss, and hit his friend.
All right.
Long
so-
shot, but
All right. So. Right, so with that, it's now time for Mika to do a thing.
Yay.
I would suggest just going up to melee range on Vorn.
Yep. Mika is gonna lift up her sword and run up towards the pneumo and is going to attempt to skewer him.
Non-lethally.
Yep.
I'm gonna non-skill you.
See here, 8. That just hits. That is exactly what she needed.
And that's a tier 3 weapon, so this should put him out of the fight. He was pretty fucked up.
He was at 2 hit points.
So it doesn't even matter.
Wow.
So yeah, he's down.
Yep. So,
Cold.
like, he turns as Mika's charging in, and she lets out this sort of long battle cry with a quick series of really shallow cuts. She, like, pokes him, like, in the shoulder, in the forearm, in the wrist, in the hip, in the leg, in the calf, and he, like, crumples, and then he, like, looks up just in time for her to, like, backhand him with the pommel of her sword, sending him crumpling to the ground over here in a well and truly unconscious heap.
Bitch slap.
he's down.
Yeah,
Indeed.
he is done.
KO.
And Alice already did his thing,
So
so
that's
it is their turn.
Yep. All right, so Norse is just gonna nudge herself
Yeah,
that way
because
a little
Rocket
bit.
did a thing, didn't she?
Yeah, everyone's done shit. So,
Yeah.
the one that's currently settled between Nee and Rocket, he is going to.
Is he going to try to run, or is he going to...
He is going
attack?
to see that Nee is blinded and is going to capitalize on that to swing at her face.
Oh no.
And blind doesn't do anything to her avoidance, so she should be fine.
Unless he rolls a critical
no.
damage. You had to open your goddamn mouth, didn't you?
Thanatos! You jinxed us again!
God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What's your armor, Nee?
15.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Tom, I'm sorry.
That's 54 damage to Neathil.
Oh!
Alright,
I'm
so
sorry, Tom.
so this one has a scimitar.
Zip it!
This one has a scimitar, and as you're kind of stumbling forwards, like, you hear, and then just this really agonizing pain in your upper gut, carving up to your shoulder. There's a spray of gore, and Rocket, you see Knee just getting sliced across from the bottom right of her hip to the top left of her shoulder, and it is nasty. Blood sprays everywhere. She staggers back and falls onto her backside. It's rough.
Is that 108 damage? If it's doubled.
Yeah, I already doubled it.
Ouch! 108.
Also,
Fucking
Alistair, if he ever makes a mistake like that, don't tell him. Shut the fuck up.
No, that wasn't a mistake. His normal damage is plus 30.
I know, but I'm just saying, if he ever makes a mistake like that, don't tell him because I don't want the extra damage.
Well, I'm sorry, but
Alistair.
it's the maths. It's maths, man.
Yes, the math. It
Shut
was 2 plus 3 plus 32 times 2 minus 15.
He already
Either
did the
way,
times 2. Now
zip.
shut up.
Shush.
All right,
Ouch times
so
ouch plus ouch.
all right,
All right.
so
So what's Mr. Box guy up there gonna do?
he's going to hop down, land behind Knee, who's currently resting on her backside, and is also going to make a swing at her.
Oh, is it just within?
Does that hit?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Me is not having fun right now.
They're playing Knee in the middle. That's just mean.
So that's 23 damage. And you feel like a sudden flare of pain across the back of your head as he clunks you there. You kind of fall forward onto your hands and knees.
Well, if that's all of their turn, I'm going to
Flea, come over here.
no. Since I now know that their threshold is 8, I'm going to make a go at hitting one of them.
Okay.
So I have
Yes,
plus
knife.
4.
Use knife.
Knife
I'm
him
going-
to death.
I hit him.
Nice.
Yes!
Roll damage. The one that just
2d6.
clunked you, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's 2d6 plus. So yeah, 24, 36. And times
What's
the
that?
result by 3.
Ooh,
And that's 100.
close.
No. 123.
Well, he did.
Which it doesn't.
Yes.
It doesn't matter because he's dead.
All right, so Knee, after he sort of clunks across the back of the head, you tightly grip the handle of the dagger you took from Saurus, stand up, and with a quick spin, you hear a death gurgle, and then a body hitting the floor, and the rest of you watch as Knee just disembowels this fucker.
Damn.
Jesus.
She
Rage
damn near
mode.
cuts him in half with that attack.
Damn.
Impressive, the knife.
Indeed.
And,
Right.
so that body crumples. Negative 67 hit points. Jesus.
Using cover on Knee and healing her.
All right.
No one dies on my watch.
So 33 back to knee. And now she is being covered in
At least you can watch. I can't see shit.
All right.
Indeed. So,
All right. So.
Oh man, only if she knew. She
So,
just
Rocket, if you would be so kind as to kick the other one over there.
Yee.
Well, nice job, Knee. You just slice him in half while you're blind.
I say, this is how deadly she is when she's blind. Just imagine how deadly she is with that thing when she's not.
Yeah, I genuinely think that we were misunderstanding what the intention behind that number was.
I'm pretty sure.
Does it
But
say?
I went back and watched the clip for 200%, and it literally is you typing in the chat 200% and saying this knife was 200%. That's what you said in the episode. We have video proof.
Oh,
That is what
dear.
he said.
Yeah,
I-
I know,
well, at
I
least-
know, I know, but I think the intent is like double damage is what I think the intention
Yeah.
was.
That is probably the intent.
Because I mean that ×3 multiplier is like not to be a damper on anyone's parade or thing, but that's kind of a ridiculous bonus.
It
At
is
least for
okay.
this level.
Yeah.
Shall we say after this fight, reduce it? To
Yeah,
100%?
after this
Yeah.
fight, we'll cut it down to a double damage multiplier because that makes more sense, frankly.
That does make more sense. Well, besides, Nee's not going to use this for very long until
And
she
I mean,
gets...
and I mean, here's the thing: if you time something by 100%, you're basically just it's kind of like timesing it by 1.0. You're just timesing it by itself, or just timesing it by nothing. Really, it doesn't really change.
Like,
Exactly.
actually, times 100% is usually shown for double.
Right.
Like,
Well,
getting an extra 100% on.
Okay, so, yeah, we'll fix that.
yep. So we'll just
So-
say it's a double.
Rocket just hit that guy for 27 points of damage.
Okay. Yep. So, quick roundhouse, or rather in this case, you've been doing a lot of kicks. In this case, they kind of just come and like peck him in the shoulder and drag him back a little bit, and he's like kicking him. He's like, let me go, and then he kind of like shrugs you off and turns around to glare at you. All right,
Yay.
Thanatos, what are you doing?
I'm gonna get over here and do the thing again.
Dark side.
Indeed.
All right, that's another 56 hit points sheared away from you.
Indeed.
You know who I am. I am
77.
Darkseid.
And that's what'd you say, extra 50 from Shadow?
In total, this guy takes 115 points of damage.
Ooh, he's nearly down.
Just barely alive.
So yep, once again flaring up. Once again flaring up with darkness. You conjure up a ball of shadowy energy, pitch back, thrust it forward. It hits across the thug's chest as he's spinning around to face Rocket, and he just goes flying back to crash into this barrel before like collapsing to the ground on his hands and knees right there.
Take my advice: surrender or die.
Let's see here. I am going
And
to. Let's see here. I'm going
He's
to.
only 2 HP.
All right, I'm gonna park Mika right here and crouch down to cast Cure on Knee.
Let's see. This guy is so messed up that we don't need to bother putting him down.
I mean, I just said surrender or die.
Which,
Just
by the
also-
way, go ahead and make a finesse check against him and add a +4 to your roll while you're at it.
Oh,
Who?
okay.
Alice.
All right then.
Oh, okay.
And Knee, you get back 30 hit points, so you are now up to 157.
Thanks, dear.
Anytime. You all right?
Finesse, you say?
Finesse, yes, and add a +4.
Oh, so that's so 2 4s are 8. So might as well put an 8.
Yep.
And let's see what we get. There's no way this could fail us. It's like, yeah.
14. Why is he rolling that?
To convince the guy to surrender. And I think
And
you
he
succeeded.
does.
Let's see. I think you should see. I think you succeeded.
You have 10 seconds to give up.
So that's that. Shouldn't we have somebody go and deal with Mr. Sleepyhead over there so he doesn't run out the door?
I could.
All right, so, and with that, combat technically comes to a close as the last standing Bong sort of throws aside his weapon. You know, his scimitar, just chucks it aside and just kind of scrambles back away from you until his back is pressed up against the barrel there.
Can I have my sight back?
In a little bit.
Okay, Alice.
Yeah, we've got this thing where we are Mika's got our hand pressed up gently against your face over your eyes, casting a cure spell to try and
I'm gonna
replenish his vision.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm
Alistair,
gonna
go
drag
up
the
front
guy
and
that's
drag
asleep.
Mr. Sleepyhead up here.
I just said
Don't
that.
want him running off and telling everybody we're here.
Right. Now this place is secure. I'm going to drag Mr. Sleepy down.
All right. Give me a hot second here. I'm getting a new music playlist going because we're out of combat.
Mhm.
We're already past our normal stopping time, so let's say we just keep going and see where shit leads.
Yeah, we started late anyway.
We lost about half an hour, so.
Right. Here's the big bastard.
All right. That about the time that you're finally bringing him all the way back, that Knee, you get your sight back. Mika kind of pulls her hand away, and you blink a few times. Your vision's kind of blurry, but it refocuses after a minute, and Alistair, you kind of chuck this other thug down right there next to his buddy.
And of course, I disarm him and make sure he had no other weapons on him.
Yep, they're both disarmed.
Oh, I can see.
Okay, okay, hold on. I gotta do loot really quick.
Mm-hmm. Found some interesting stuff off this guy, hopefully.
Hopefully we get a lot of gil and some items. Of course, we're in a supply warehouse. We can get.
While he's doing that, can I do the traditional thing of taking the 3 people who just captured and trussing up over a rope?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
But you only have 1 rope.
So that is 2,100 gil and 3 high ethers.
High ethers.
Nice.
I like that.
I'm taking one of those
One
because
for
I
you.
have none.
One for you, Thanatos.
1 for
And-
me, 1 for Mika, and 1 for you.
Oh.
So
Can I take one? Because I don't have any potions at all.
These are each.
It's an
ethers.
It's an ether, mate. You don't
I thought
use
it
magic.
was
Wait, you don't do magic.
Sorry.
This is yeah, these are exclusive to magic users. Sorry.
I know that. I thought he said potion. Shut up.
but look at the bright side. Look at now you're in the land of the sight again. Take a look at your handiwork. What you did to that poor fellow. Nice job, Nee. You're lethal
call me
even when
the
you're
brutal
blind.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of just flailing about and hope I hit something bad.
I'm definitely
Alright.
gonna not piss you off.
All right, I am going
Did I
to
survive?
grab. I'm going to grab Vorn and drag him over here with his buddies.
Anyway, yes. Let's take the three into like the. Let's take the three into the middle and
SARS,
Yeah.
you can come out now.
stick them into like a trio back to back. Tie them up. Keep them there.
Yep. So yeah, Saris kind of comes around, surveys the scene, kind of folds her arms over her chest. You know, this entire scene should really be pissing me off because these are my coworkers, but she nods towards Vorn. I really don't like him.
I take it you two have a history.
He's way too polite.
I wonder if that
Yeah.
politeness
And
is
that
what made him
pisses you
too
off.
easy.
He's always saying please and thank you and being a general doormat. The fact he's in
And
the
you're-
position, the fact that he's in
and
the
you're al-
position he is insulting to me. There's signs of
And
weakness,
you're
yet
always a
he's.
bitch, so
And you're always a mind-invading parasite. I guess no one's perfect.
So, he's a silver tongue. And out of character, because they won't know this, kind of reminds me of Chamberlain, this character, with all the please and pleasantries.
so that was fun.
Mm.
Bring them into the middle. Let me tie them up, and we can continue this.
Indeed.
So, let me get this right. He's the second in command.
No.
No.
He works
The second in-
directly under the second in command. He's Kellyan's captain, if you will.
I was
Which is why
about
we
to
wanted
say.
him.
That
I was
makes
about to
sense.
say, Alistair,
because
she
you're
told
way
us he was a
tougher.
human. That is most certainly not a human.
Yeah, so.
We talked about this. Our character. We talked about this quite extensively. That this is a step between going to the second guy.
Yep. Well, at least we got somebody who should give us some information. Useful information. So, are they awake?
Well, the two thugs are awake, but Vorn is still out cold. You got fucked up, man.
Yeah, he did. So, Alistair, give him a gentle whack and wake him up for me, would you?
Oh shit, that's right. I'd need to really quickly relinquish some MP from Alistair for his cast of Cure. How many times did he cast Cure?
Twice.
Okay, so that's minus 14 MP from him.
Yeah,
That's
do the
71.
thing.
Okay. So, Alistair, come here and wake this guy up for me, would you?
Sure. So I knocked him on the head.
Yep, you come over, you give him a few little bonks on the head with your staff, and a few seconds later he... What happened?
You got fucked up, that's what.
I can tell that.
So, pleasure to meet you, Mr.
I think his name was Vaughn.
Vorn Mull. A pleasure. He kind of looks between you all. I take it you're the ones that have been causing a bit of a ruckus lately?
To be fair, you did send us to get eaten by a behemoth.
That wasn't my call to make. If it were, I wouldn't have done that. Too dishonorable and uncouth.
So why was the call made?
I don't know. You'd have to ask the guy who made that decision.
And who was that?
You'd have to ask Fane Pharaoh. He falls under her discretion.
Ah, yes, that one guy. She told us about that. So,
She did.
Vorn.
Thanatos. Seriously?
It's
Dumbass.
So, Vorn. I have a very, very strong need to meet your boss.
A lot of people have a very strong need to meet him.
So why don't you do us all a favor and tell me where he is?
I can't,
Why not?
because I'm not willing to turn my back on him like that.
Vaughn, let me ask you a little question. Did Saris tell you anything about what happened during her mission?
She told me that she encountered you lot, tried to fight you. Her entire unit was obliterated, and you all escaped while she barely got away with the skin on her back. To make a long story short,
And yet she didn't tell you who we were, what we were, or why we were there?
to be fair, I already knew most of what I needed to about that.
And just think for a second. How did we catch you off guard here?
He glances over at Saris. I can only assume you followed her after you let her go.
And how did we know where you guys were going to meet at her house?
So stop being so coy and just tell him. We need to, get somewhere fast.
You can't let me have my fun, Nee.
We have a job to do.
Fine.
Just stop overcompensating and get to the point, man.
Fine. Alright.
Oh, Jesus.
You all say. So as my friends here are all killjoys, Vorn, I'm going to just tell you this. You're going to tell me one way or the other. We can do it the polite way, and you just tell me. Or we can do it the less fun way, like your friend Saris over there can tell you.
Saris kind of shifts backwards uncomfortably, shrinking back into herself a little bit. Vorn glances at her, then back at you. What did you do to her?
Something not kind. Something I don't like doing. And something these guys don't like me to do. But I'm getting sick and tired of dealing with you guys only to get nothing. So I'm sick of it.
To cut the long story short, he has the power to dominate a person's mind and get them to spill the beans.
Huh. That would be fascinating if it weren't so unsettling.
Tell me about it. And apparently he takes...
You completely cut out there, Tom.
No, he didn't.
He's complaining about how long he takes to just say that.
Because I was having out of character. Because I was having fun, Tom.
Out of character, I know, and I'm like, oh, yeah, he's having fun. But in character, he's just getting just say the fucking thing. We're killing time here.
That's
Come
the
on.
bloody point.
Are you in a hurry to go somewhere, Nee? Because this is kind of the last.
Oh no, sorry. Let's just take our time with this. It's not like we're in the middle of unholy territory where someone could walk in on us at any time. Please continue.
Yeah,
Okay.
nothing could possibly go wrong at this.
All right. So
I think
those
you
are your
have
choices.
Some ideas?
Those are your choices, Vaughn. Either you tell us willingly, or I make you.
Make for me a negotiation check.
Do I get any bonuses other than my regular?
For the sake of this, we'll go ahead and say no.
Ouch.
But his own resistance will be decreased, so the difficulty target won't be as high.
Oh, he's gonna need it not that high. Nope, let's find out.
He stares at you for a couple of moments, then glances over at Saris, glances back at you. I imagine if I don't, then Saris remains under your control.
If you don't, you'll be the same as her.
Fine. I'll tell you where to find Kellyan on one condition.
And what's that?
Let Saurus and my remaining cohorts here live. I'll not have any more blood spilled needlessly.
And that I can respect.
And how do we know they're not just going to run off and tell whoever they report to, and this gets back to Chakal?
They probably will. But at the end of the day, I'm more interested in keeping my people alive.
You surprise me, Vaughn. You are about the only Vanaldi soldier I've encountered so far with that kind of attitude.
I learned it from Kellyan.
Yeah, tell us about Kellyan.
Honestly, I respect him far more than I respect Chakal. And I dare say he's the reason this city's even able to hold itself together anymore.
So this Kellyan and Chakal don't see eye to eye?
It's more complicated than that. Chakal is, in many ways, as a child. He's reckless, he's foolhardy, bloodthirsty, and more often than not detached from the consequences of his decisions.
Finally, a Vinaldi that sees through his bullshit.
It would be far worse if Kellyan weren't there to rein him in.
So Vinaldi, the head of Vinaldi, Chakal himself, runs this place as a criminal empire in petty thievery, murder, blackmail, all of that lovely stuff, working with a slightly crazy technologically advanced corporation that almost set Amber loose on the world. How is Kellyan so different?
At this point, if Kellyan weren't there to curb Chakal's darker impulses, this city would have torn itself completely to shreds a long time ago.
So you want me to believe that this Kellyan of yours is a decent guy?
He is as close to decent as you can get in his position.
And yet he willingly just goes along with this guy, even though it's clear he doesn't agree with him.
Let me present to you a very simple question, whoever you are. What's better? Committing a series of minor evils to preserve a larger peace? Or do nothing and let the greater evil prevail?
And what is this greater evil, specifically?
I already said that Chakal is impulsive, reckless, and borderline childish in his impulses.
So you're saying that without Kellyan, then Chakal would just go crazy and kill anybody he felt like?
It would be a far more grave situation, yes.
Is anyone else thinking what I'm thinking?
If you're
Go
thinking
on.
of trying to get Kellyan on our side, I highly doubt it.
So it's an option. I mean,
Be
we'd have to
fair.
judge Kellyan by his own merits from our own eyes, but if everything Vaughn says is up to snuff, and I do have my doubts, there might be an opportunity to put the city in a better location rather than having a psychopath be in charge.
Here's
And
the
to
next...
be fair, Thanatos, he does sound more like an honorable, nicer person than the guy you want.
He's still a Vinaldi.
Still a
Not-
Ronaldo, yes, which is
not-
why
Look,
I have my
Thanatos,
doubts.
Because
it's still
someone's composed of a
darkness.
dark.
Darkness, shush.
One at a time.
Anyway, well, yeah, he may be a Vinaldi, which is why I have my doubts. However, if we were to have this meeting one way or another and judge him for ourselves, perhaps he could be an ally if he is up to snuff and more the kind of man that Vaughn describes it, trying to rein in the tendencies of a madman.
Let me ask you this, Vaughn. Why does Kellyan follow Chakal?
There are two reasons, one of which I've already explained, in that he feels he is, to an extent, responsible for keeping Chakal in line. But it's also because his family wound up being sworn into the clan's service some time back, before things ever really got this bad.
That
see,
sounds
right,
even more familiar to a certain elven friend of ours.
see that right there. If he feels like he has some kind of family bond deal that he has to work with, he's not going to help us.
But, Vaughn, what would you think would happen to Kurzatan and this organization if Kellyan was in charge?
It's hard to say. At the end of the day, with Kellyan being the type of man he is, chances are there would be very little respect for him, especially in the lower ranks. The ones who admire brutality and strength. He nods towards Saris, much like her.
Yeah, take our little knife bitch here, for example. She's already said that she doesn't like Warren just because of how polite he is. So how much you want to bet that Chakal gets taken down, we put Mr. Nice Guy Kellyan in charge, how much respect do you think he's going to have against...
I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it's an option. It's perhaps a better option than leaving a power vacuum that's going to cause absolute chaos.
Once Chakal is dead, it's not our problem.
Excuse me?
Mika kind of marches over and grabs you harshly by the arm.
Thanatos!
Fuck.
This city is your home, isn't it?
Tell me, let me ask you something, Mika. What is left for me here?
Kind of pulls her hand away after a second.
Fact remains, it's still home, isn't it? It's where you came from.
More than that, this place is full of innocent people who are being shoved into the dirt by a crazy psychopath, and you'll want, after you get your revenge, just leave them there.
Once Chakal and all of the Vanaldis are dead, the local lord can finally get off his ass and fix it.
Thanatos, you don't just get rid of a tyrant and leave the people completely lost. That I'm pretty sure some of them are in the terrible state as you. You can't just abandon them.
I get that this place is just like a bad stain on your life. Hell, I hate this place. I hate this place with a passion. We've been in it long. But we are in the middle of this now. We have a responsibility. And if we ignore that, then that's just another slide down that little slope.
So what do you plan to do after Chakal is dead? Sit here until we piece things back together?
I'm not
As
going to
best we
leave
can.
thousands of people to die. Somewhat famine, chaos, murder.
They can go to other areas. Enlund, freaking...
If it was that easy, they would have done so. You know that it's not so simple.
Have you forgotten that they are surrounded by frickin' desert and also things that could easily kill them?
We
Not
made
all
it
of them
just
would make
fine.
it.
We
Yeah, we-
are
Don't
not.
say that all of them. They won't make it. They're not like us, Thanatos. Not all of them would make it.
Most of these are just regular people. We have the advantage of being, trained in magic and combat and having,
She briefly, turns her book into a sword and back again.
weird shit like that we can do. You have the ability to summon darkness, for crying out loud, to empower you and give you strength. Not everyone's gonna have things like that. Most of these people probably couldn't even lift your scythe, for crying out loud.
Mika is
And
right.
what do you want? What do you want me to do? Huh?
And he kind of puts a hand on his shoulder. What I want you to do, as much as I understand why you want to go after, just forget the anger for a minute. Forget your damned master. And just focus on the people. And what kind of person do you want to be? Do you want to be the individual to leave men, women, and children screaming in the dirt because you have your vengeance and can't find it in you to care beyond that? Or do you want to be the person that I've seen you being up until now? The guy who would lift up his side to defend a city ravaged by plague, to come along with just a group of adventurers, to give advice to some wayward lost elf who's been seeing some slightly demonic potential mother woman in her dreams. Which Thanatos are you?
I don't know anymore. This
Well,
is all. This is all I've had, Nee. Ever since my parents died, this is all that's been keeping me going.
Well, you have us. For all these months, against everything that's come our way, you are not alone in this. Me, Mika, Rocket, Alistair, we're all right here. We're your family. Don't... As a family member, as a friend, we love you. Don't do this.
Then what should I do?
Be the person you want to be. The best person you can be. That I know you are. We all know you are. Because you can only choose who you want to be.
What if I don't know beyond my vengeance?
You do.
Anyone is capable to change their mind, Thanatos.
Alright. He looks to the thugs and looks back at Saris.
Yeah,
You three.
Yeah, they're all kind of looking at you with this increasingly uncomfortable look, like we are intruding on something we shouldn't be here for.
And I just look at the three. All of you other than Vorn. Hear my words, because it's the last time I'm going to say it. Get out of Kurzatan. Leave and tell nothing of what you saw here. If you tell a soul, she can't. I can agree that, but you two. If you tell a soul or don't do as I say, I will find you, and I will not be as polite next time. Do I make myself clear?
Make a negotiation check and add +8.
Because I am being very scary right now.
That and they've all just borne witness to this whole argument panning out, so.
17.
The two thugs kind of glance at each other and, nod in agreement, like, yeah, okay, we can do that.
Then why are you still here?
They look down at the ropes binding their bodies.
Let me get that for you.
I forgot about that.
They
You
were
always forget the rope, don't you, Thanatos?
Nee, I'm not in the mood.
Sorry. Just have to slip that
Since
one.
we're letting them go, I suppose I could maybe patch up you two since you're in bad state, or at least your friend there who's on 2.
Vorn sort of looks around at all this for a second, looks at Saris again. What about her? Are you intending on releasing her from your control?
What
Thanatos?
do you intend to do from here, Saris?
She looks at all of the situation and after a moment just kind of throws her hands up in exasperation.
Hell if I know.
Frankly, don't you think it would better? Even it's clear that you don't give a shit about basically anything, but don't you think it would be better, for the sake of your own preservation, to just go?
You're not that
I mean,
bad. That's out of character.
this
Thing,
city,
John.
one way or another, is about to erupt. And if you're in the middle of it, what are your chances that you're going to make it out unscathed?
In other words, we're giving you a choice. Leave here, or assist us at your own will.
Or try and oppose us as you've been doing so far, because that's worked out so magnificently.
That's option 3, I guess.
Alright, let her talk.
She sort of folds her hands over her chest again, takes a deep breath.
At this point, I just want my mind back.
Let her go.
I'll release you, but only if you swear on your life that you'll leave.
Not like I have a whole lot else to swear on at this point.
I don't care where you go, you will get out of here and never set foot in this city again.
Fair enough.
She sort of unfolds her arms and shoves her hands in her pockets.
You guys seem to be doing a pretty good job dismantling everything anyway.
Fine. And I guess just in my mind, I release her from the domination.
Yep, you undo the link, and she blinks for a second, visibly, puffs up a bit, because, she's got full control of herself back. She looks down at herself for a second. She's, got back her full stats from before, so she looks at herself for a second, glares at all of you, then with a snort turns and stalks out of the warehouse.
Cyrus! He shouts as she goes.
She slows, but she doesn't stop walking.
Wherever you go, I do hope you find some measure of peace.
She glances back at you and gets this weird sort of smirk.
I don't. Peace isn't any fun.
Then she slips out of sight.
Did you really think that would work, me?
Well, even if she doesn't take any of the advice that you're trying to drill in our skull, it doesn't hurt to be kind.
Alright.
And
You
now
do.
she's good.
Your turn. Beat it.
Alright, Nee makes quick work of their ropes and they skedaddle.
So,
And now, Vorn.
So, as difficult as it might be, as complicated as it might be, if it could hypothetically work, if he could be put in charge and secure his hold, do you think Ken would be a good leader for the forces of Kurzatan?
Not in the same way as Chakal. Not in manner of maintaining control and order. At least not with things as they are now. He's a good man, or as good as he can be. But in his position, his options are limited, and his reach even more so.
Then he'll need help. We could arrange that.
Would he be better for the people?
Which people?
The everyday person.
The innocent ones that you all drag through the mud.
The everyday person, the ones who aren't being blackmailed into, anything like the likes of himself and Fane Pharaoh are. Just people.
I wish I could say for sure.
Well,
There are
looks
too
like
many-
we're going to have
there
to
are too
talk
many-
to the big man himself.
Oh man, I can't believe I'm going to say this. This is probably the most cliche thing I could ever say. Take us to your leader.
Vorn actually belts out a small laugh at that.
Me, you still got that thing. Actually, no, hold on. I'm going to go right up beside Alice here
I deserve it.
and just give him a gentle smack on the back of the head.
Alright, yep. You smack him.
Yeah, I had that coming.
Alright, so are you guys
Sorry
gonna
about that.
undo Vorn's bonds?
So,
When
before
he tells us where.
first Nee kind of kneels down next to him. Are you willing, for the sake of the city and for your friend, Kellyan, boss, whatever you consider him, to help us with this? Because I think it's pretty clear, you're not the biggest lover of Jakal.
My allegiance is to Kellyan, no one else.
So, since we're currently intending to potentially help Kellyan, do we have an accord?
For the moment.
I'll accept that for the moment.
for the moment.
You need to
Also-
know, as I said, my
there-
allegiance is to him and him alone. If he refuses
Fair
your
enough.
offer, so shall I.
Fair enough.
Fair
She
enough.
undoes the rope.
All right.
Fair enough.
Mm.
Also,
Because-
since Vorn, this is a supply shed for the Vinaldis, is it not?
It's a supply shed for the city as a whole. The Vinaldis just like to use it as a meeting point.
Oh.
Well, damn.
Let's leave it be.
Mm.
I was kind of hoping we could get some supplies out of this, but
There are already going to be enough questions raised when they find the bodies and blood in here.
Mm.
Not to mention the feathers. He nods at Rocket. Curious specimen you have there. I'd be interested to learn more another time.
yeah,
A lot of people think that.
Just keep
It
your observations
talks.
to questions. She
Hmm.
talks.
She-
She's fully sapient.
My apologies. She talks. What?
Yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead,
you
Walker.
can thank Deviacorp for
Treat
that,
yourself.
but I wouldn't recommend going there right now.
It's an amber-filled hole.
We did lose contact with them a ways back. I presume
Yeah,
that
you-
was your doing?
Well, I mean, the clearing it out and shutting down their operations was our doing. The amber-filled hole was less our doing.
Mm. So
That was
did-
more a servant of Diablos' doing. That one.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah,
The story you
Born.
spin gets stranger and more wild by the moment.
Vorn.
My friend, we have been through so
Okay.
much. You could probably, I don't know, fill multiple stories at this point.
All right,
Basically, a guy blew it sky high.
I say Vorn. I say, hold on, guys, I got something. Vorn. Kellyan or Chakal haven't been in contact with a weird-looking guy in a robe, kind of hovers.
That's right. His name's Murasan. He's Mithra.
I am not familiar with any such interactions, no.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
comforting. If
Well, at
nothing
least we,
I'm,
well, at least we know
I'm
he's
familiar with the name.
else. What?
Pardon?
He's not been here, I know that much.
What do you know of him?
Only that he was mentioned when we were in contact with Deviacorp as being one of their more recent allies and a useful asset.
yeah. I'm sure they.
yeah,
thought
useful
that.
asset that blows up their entire facility.
Also, completely mind screwed the director and took control of him as a meat puppet.
Mm. Yeah. Not ally. Pretty much doing whatever his master says.
It's a very long story. Maybe we could start from the beginning on the way to meet Kellyan.
Yep.
Indeed.
And think of it like this.
Much chaos as he can.
As an old saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is our friend.
I think we know that. Anyway, shall we go? I'd rather get out of this warehouse now.
Indeed, though there is one more thing I must question you on before we leave.
And what is that?
You mentioned Fane Pharaoh.
Yes.
Yes.
His eyes narrow for a second. If I'm to be helping you with this potential insurrection of yours, then I want to know all the details.
As long as you promise, there will be no harm to come to her.
Well, we're
Or
going to
her
be
family.
keeping an eye on him, one way or another. We're not going to get out of our sight until we.
Mhm.
Say we-
Or her family.
So, yeah, say we do strike a deal with Kellyan, there will be no retaliation against Fane. Understood?
Mhm.
Not of our
We wish to-
orchestration, at least. I cannot guarantee her safety even at this moment, however. If you've been in contact with her, then you know that she's been under a great deal of scrutiny of late.
Yeah,
We know.
that would probably be because we killed all of your lieutenants up north, am I right?
Yes.
She, if you're wondering, she did not help us with that. She simply survived.
Mhm. We
And
only wish
she,
to help her and her family.
and she kind of pointed us in the general direction of your friend now back there. Sorry, I forgot her name already. Damn it.
Taurus.
Taurus.
Yeah, she kind of pointed us in general direction of Saurus.
I see.
she's trying to save her family, much like Kellyan, in a way.
Well, Kellyan's the only member of his family currently alive.
Huh.
It's not a
Things been rough
hostage.
for him.
Well, it's not a hostage situation like it is with Fane. It's more just his own personal sense of honor than anything else.
How many more lieutenants do they have?
Scattered few. There's me. Saurus has run off. Then there's Fane herself. You,
Well,
you lot killed all the others.
Well, at
Well,
least we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Well, if this whole thing of you with your boss goes through, and he agrees, Fane was a lot of help. She's remarkably capable. One has a really nice gun.
You know what? Another thing. Kellyan, how does he fight? In case...
He fights with what I can only describe as gentlemanly grace. He fancies himself a duelist.
A rapier, perhaps?
A saber. Curved, quick cutting strikes.
Sounds very scary.
Interesting.
Well, anything else we can talk about on way? Again, I don't want to stick in this warehouse much longer.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Stop building.
Let's get
So
moving.
where is our dear Kellyan?
I'll lead you to him,
Hmm.
if you'll follow me.
Sure thing.
It's
And
a-
And
Well,
on that note, I think that's like a pretty good place to stop.
Hmm.
Alright. Is everyone
Yeah,
in
because
agreement
all I
with
have
that?
left to said is, would you
That
care
seems
for
like a
some
pretty good
heal?
place to stop. Because as soon as he leads us where we're going, it's probably going to be another fight with Kellyan,
Well, that's assuming things don't go the way we want them to.
which I have a
Mhm.
very strong feeling they won't.
I leave it to
Yeah.
I leave it to your guys' discretion. We're already 42 minutes past where we would normally stop in terms of real world time. So
I just feel like this is a
So-
good place to stop.
So I feel like there won't be no jibber jabber today. So it's up to us.
We going on or are we stopping? I leave it to you.
Yeah.
We're stopping.
All right then. Even though there won't be no jibber jabber, but okay.
All right.
I mean, if you guys,
I mean,
I mean,
I
if
would.
we're not doing jib jabs, if you guys want to go on and possibly have another fight,
Let me know, what do you think?
so Luna's usually the one that doesn't like when we go beyond.
Lumina?
Let's
Is
end
that-
it for today. It's gone.
What was that? You're kind of sounding a little far away from your mic there.
Let's end it for today. It's gone long enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well then, all that said, let's go ahead and get ourselves wrapping up here. So, thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, so much for tuning into this episode of Final Fantasy Chronicles of Eno. I was not expecting that argument that happened, but that was great. Well done, all of you, for that. That was some great role playing.
Thank-
Eh,
Love it when you guys really get into character like that. It's awesome to watch.
even Mika kind of went in there.
She's part of the group. I generally
I
try try to keep her quiet during your group interactions, unless like she's
But this
directly involved because she's the NPC, and I want to give you
I'm
guys all
glad
the
she
time to
did get
shine.
involved because this is perfect for her, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This.
I didn't expect her to like straight up go up and grab his arm. It's like, excuse you.
Yeah, I figured like when you were just saying that the people aren't your problem, that button.
I mean, it was a point that I've wanted to make for a while because Thanatos has no family there anymore,
Right.
and everybody there has either ignored him or tried to screw him over. So
Right, well, we can get into our post-game enthusing here in a bit, but I gotta do the outro. So, thank you all,
Indeed.
ladies and gentlemen, so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time as our party goes on to meet Kellyan. I was not expecting that conversation to go the way it did, but fuck it, I'm happy. We'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.
Sarah.
uh,
Bye, everybody.